Yes, Divyansh is asking me if we are streaming on YouTube or LinkedIn, and if everything is working correctly, it should be on both. So let's see how things are going. Uh, oh, by the way, if you can check on both platforms, let me know. Looks like, yes, we are live on YouTube. Actually, the community meeting number is not the correct one. We are at number 10, but we'll fix this after the end of the recording or the streaming. Yes, looks good. Okay, maybe I have to check on LinkedIn. Ah, perfect. Thank you, Divyansh. LinkedIn is also working fine, so that's cool. Okay, so we just can wait a few minutes for people to join us. Yes, we still have 2 minutes, and then we'll start. Last checks. Okay, everything is streaming fine. I'm gonna, yes, put this window here so that I will have a look on the YouTube. Oh, I think I forgot to put my audio in place. So now you should be able to hear me. Is that correct? Ah, okay. Now I am audible. Cool. Okay, so let's wait just one other additional minute and then we'll start. And Divyansh, by the way, if you can join us by audio, putting up your mic or whatever, could be nice, yeah. Or if you can turn on the camera as well, don't know where you are. If you're on the street, it could be difficult, but let us know. Okay, so now it's 2 minutes past 6 p.m. here in Central European time. So good morning, everybody, or good evening, depending on your time zone. Hope you are all well. And this is the Microcks community meeting number 10. So today I'm the only host because Yassine is taking some days off in the French Alps. He is the famous hiker and skier, so he's enjoying the mountain during the winter time. So, hi everyone, and Mohamed just joined us. Divyansh is also there. So do not hesitate, guys, if you want to, yes, to join us, to turn on the mic, turn on the camera, say hi to everybody. Do not hesitate joining us. That's cool. Yeah, Mohamed, nice to see you.
Hi everyone.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, I can hear you, but maybe it's on my side. Please tell me a few words.
Can you hear me now?
Ah, yes, it's better. I think it was on my side. It, the sound was too low. Okay, so welcome, Mohamed.
Yeah, thank you. I'm new here. I want to
Yeah,
explore the community and I'm interested to start contributing to Microcks.
awesome. And are you already using it or playing with it? Playing with it?
I'm just new. I've explored through the LFX mentorship.
Okay,
I've checked the repositories and I found it really interesting. So I want to explore it more and maybe start contributing to it.
excellent, excellent. Are you much more a back-end developer or front-end developer?
Yeah, I'm much more backend cloud stuff, Golang, Kubernetes.
Ah,
I've worked with. Yeah.
excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so today we also have MD Khurshid. Let me know if I pronounce it correctly, and do not hesitate joining us live. Uh, Divyansh, by the way, is also trying to join us, but seems to have some technical issues. Okay, so yeah, feel free, people, to come in to join in, if even if it's in 5 or 10 minutes, whatever. Even if you don't have the camera, just the audio. Yeah, feel free to say hi and to introduce yourself to the community.
Yeah, hi, Laurent. Am I
Hey,
audible? Yeah,
yeah, cool. I can hear you.
yeah. Hi, Mohammed. Hello, everyone. I'm actually not able to on my camera. I don't know why. It's working fine. I don't know why it's not working right now. Yeah, so I'm Devyansh, and I found this community Microcks like last couple of 2 or 3 weeks before, and I found it's very interesting for me because I am learning so much. Like I am able to push the PRs, and Yasin help me a lot to like I was able to learn advanced Git stuff like
Hmm?
I was like, I know Git before, but eventually, when in production, we don't know like how to push the PRs. So I was able to learn the PRs thing and Golang thing very on a skyrocket phase. So this was a great journey. So I would love to contribute more in my cross community, and I'm a beginner. I am like I would not say like I'm a beginner. I'm intermediate, and I
Hmm?
know like I have some Golang beginner stuff. I've done this, so I would love to contribute in CI/CD pipeline and DevOps things too in Microcks. I
Excellent.
just need some guidance. I don't know like how to do that, but eventually I will just learn it and build it together. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool. But I think we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Yes, we will start talking about the Linux Foundation mentorship program that is starting right now, and I think uh, it will be also a really nice opportunity to have way more people involved in the project, but and also way more issues created everywhere on the different repo. So people who wanted just to casually help and contribute to the community will have this opportunity. Yes, as soon as you multiply the number of maintainer and the number of charge or the number of people developing new feature, you'll also multiply the number of ideas of new features of enhancement and thus the opportunity for contribution. Thanks for the intro, Divyansh. And maybe now I can see you. Is it Khurshid? I pronounce it correctly? Nice to see you, Khurshid. Uh, we can't hear you. Yeah, you'll tell us if you succeed in fixing your audio issues. No problem. And I also see that we have Hugo that is connected. Hey, Hugo, how are you, my friend?
Hello, everyone. Happy to be here.
Hi,
Good to be
Hugo. Yeah, good to be back. How you doing?
Doing good. Yeah, getting ready to for this new year and ramp up with the backlog on the Microcks side.
Excellent, excellent, cool. Maybe Khurshid, have you fixed the audio? Not yet. We can't hear you. Yes, Khurshid. Looks like an audio problem, but yeah. Okay. So anyway, feel free as soon as you've got your audio back to say hi, and if you want to say a few words and introduce yourself. Okay. So so this is the community meeting. Basically, there is no real agenda. We really love to have people connecting, joining us, and just chatting freely. However, what I can propose you today is just start to having a review on the Linux Foundation mentorship program because this is the hot topic at the moment. Just telling you that we've done the selections. And yes, then starting from that, chatting about what you want to chat, maybe delving into the backlog, delving into the different issues you'd like to work on, whatever. So I'll start, yes, talking a bit about the mentorship program, and then just open up the conversation if it's okay. Cool.
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm audible now.
Yes, you're audible. Cool. Hi, nice to hear
Hello.
you. So, hi,
Hi
Khurshid.
everyone.
Hi.
My name is Mohammad Khurshid, MD Khurshid actually. I'm currently in final year student of the National Institute of Engineering, Mysuru. This is my college actually. I have been selected in one of the documentation project that is building community driven for cloud production environment. That one. So this is my first time working with the open source organization. So I am very eager to contribute in the community and working with all you guys, like learning things and everything. I'm very excited about it. So this is pretty much about me. And
Excellent.
I'm actually a front-end developer, but I am learning backend too, like TypeScript, Java. I'm exploring TypeScript right now, and cloud also.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Khurshid, you can say. Uh, Hello.
Okay. Yes, we hear you. Glad to have you on board. That's nice.
Yeah. So
Okay. So maybe you can jump on the Linux mentorship program,
yeah,
and then we'll open up the conversation. Okay?
yeah,
Yeah, so let me share my screen and this window, let me know if it's okay. You should be able to see
yeah. It's
my browser window. Okay, perfect. So as you probably know, so the deadline for the Linux mentorship program was last week on the 18th. And to be honest, you can see my full screen. No?
Yeah.
I'd like to share just this window. Okay, so now you should just see my browser window. Is it okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is okay.
Okay. So yes, applications were closed last week, and to be honest, we didn't expect such a number of submissions and application. We received something like 120 different applications for the seven different projects. So it was really a tough job, being able to read everything and to review everything. And it was really a tough job to do the selection, to be honest, because we had a large numbers of very valuable applications with very detailed cover letters. People who told us, who really put large details on how they expect to handle and to address the project. So very, very, very nice and very, very good application. So now we have selected, because we have to do this selection, we have selected 7 different mentees, and everybody should now be assigned to the different projects. And the kickoff is actually scheduled for next week. So next week, we are in the progress of setting up kickoff meetings with everybody. And so if you want to contribute to Microcks, this will be a great time starting next week, because expect to have a lot of new issues popping up in a different repository, because as we said before, we don't expect the mentee being selected and being selected on the project to work solely on all the different tasks. We want this person to be able also to leverage the community, to delegate some tasks to the community, and to really work in this open source spirit and open source community we all love. So even if these mentees will be the one in charge of their topic and will have this deadline of 12 weeks for putting a lot of effort and the more feature possible in the different projects, we don't expect them to do everything by our own. So expect to be able also to contribute, and to push some PRs on different tasks. We will have some reviewers right here to be able to validate the work and to be able to accept much more PR than we were able to do in the past. Any question on the different topics and the different project we submitted? Any clarification needed? Do not hesitate.
Yeah, I have a question. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get selected in as a mentee. So can I still contribute to the project, like for the CLI project? Because
Yeah,
yeah,
sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I was telling at the moment. We want the mentee that has been selected to be the one in charge, but not necessarily doing everything on its own. So we want to be able to work in a full transparency mode, creating new issues and having people from the community able to also contribute to those issues and push PR and so on. So really do not see the Menti selection as the restriction and the fact that this will be the only people who will be able to work on this topic. No, this will be the one in charge, but we want him or her to be able also to leverage the community contribution. So definitely, if you want to, yes, to be on board on the CLI topic, on the CLI project, or on any other topic, yeah, feel free to join. Feel free to propose your help in the different on the different issues. Feel free to push PR. We really welcome them.
Yeah, got it. Thank you. Thank you.
So starting next week, 7 different projects. Okay. Some projects are very, let's say, technical ones, very focused on development. Some other projects are much more focused on the documentation or the community growth, being able also to set up and to document some guidelines to be able to grow the community much more faster. So there are a lot of different tasks, different issues that will pop up in the different repository, and I think a lot of opportunities for you to join in and to do what you want and what you want to learn actually. So, Khurshid, what is actually your the one you've been selected? Is it for the community-driven docs? I think it's you here on the little. Yes, that's you. Recognize you. Okay, so this one typically is much more about growing the community by providing much more documentation on how to deploy Microcks in cloud environment. If you want to tell a few words about what you understood about the project and what you like, what you want to do, feel free.
Yeah, in first week, I am thinking to like mainly export the documentation, whatever we are right now, and also what are the deployment like we have already some like, and then mostly like first week explore the cloud services like Postgres and MongoDB things, and mainly we will like explore the whatever present documentation. Then I will forward to next step, like in second week. Mainly, yeah, focus on whatever available right now documentation mainly. Then we will search for whatever gaps in there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we will produce proceed to the next.
Okay. Excellent. So one project that attract a lot of people was typically the CLI. Yeah. So we had something like I think 45 applications only on the CLI project. And to be honest, it was really hard to do a selection because was a lot of people skilled in Golang because the CLI is based in Golang. So I think the CLI is typically a big topic with a lot of fresh ideas and yes, task, development task, documentation task, and so on the CLI. So if you really want to, yes, to have a pick on the CLI, there will be a lot of work to do and to contribute on the CLI. So Typically, we are monitoring all the different projects with Yasin, but I will have a specific focus on the CLI. So this project, the CLI. I will also take care of this one about improving the delivery and the validation by implementing a new GitHub Action workflow for testing Microcks in different environments, different configuration, different Kubernetes distributions, and so on. And I will also have a specific focus on this one, that is updating the Microcks hub front end and making it available and deployable on premises. We have a lot of ask on this topic, so this will be also a big one for us. Any other questions, guys, on the projects, on the topics, on the organizations? Feel free, really. Don't let me speak the whole hour alone.
Actually, the for the front end part, this was basically was in Vue.js or what? Like there was no update about the what tech stack we are going to use in that for the front.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So there is no selection done at the moment. The front end has been developed a long time ago using Angular 8. Okay. So we are currently also investigating the selection of a new UI stack for Microcks core. This is not part of the LFX programs, but these two topics are really correlated, I would say. So at the moment, we don't have selected anything, but we have people who love React, obviously. We have also people who like who propose to do things using Astro. If I'm not doing any mistake, I think Astro is kind of like a layer on top of React or something like that. And personally, I also enjoy Svelte and Svelte Kit a lot. So we'll see. I think the first phase of this project will be, yes, to find and to list and to find the constraints and the feature we actually needed to select to pick up the best technology stack. But no decision made at the moment.
Oh, okay, got it. And there was another doubt, for the main repo, which was in Java. So in that repo, are we going to work in that repo or like simultaneously, or we are just focusing on these mentorship projects only for the next couple of weeks?
This, to be honest, I don't know, because we started to scope projects so that they could be eventually addressed in isolation. But the more we are talking about it, the more we realize that they have connections with some features in the core project, maybe some yes, technology choice we'd like to rationalize or keep homogeneous from one repo to another. So we cannot exclude that those projects will pull up also changes in the core project and in the core repo. To be honest, it is totally open, and we'll see how things will go and what the mentees and the contributors will be able to do. Yes, to be honest, this is the first time we are submitting and we are proposing topics and projects for the Linux Foundation mentorship So we are actually brand new to this way of working with mentees that are most of the time still in college. So we don't have, I would say, we don't have really specific expectations. Yeah, we will also learn with you how to do things and how to work together and how to maximize our collaboration, I would say.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously, if it's a success, I think we'll submit some other topics for the next terms because I think there is different terms in LFX mentorship program. So it could be also in JSOC. So we'll see in the future. But for us, it's also an experiment and a good opportunity to learn how to work together.
Yeah. That is good.
Yeah. And we've been joined by Rupam and Krishi. So hi everyone. And feel free, yes, to interrupt, to ask questions either from the chat or directly if you want to join in audio mode. So yeah, feel free.
Hi.
Hi Krishi. Nice to hear you.
Same.
Hi Rupam as well. And if I'm correct, Krishi, you are the mentee that has been, yes, selected on this topic that is about the community documentation for advanced installation, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So this one will be mentored mainly by Yassine. I will still be there as a backup. And yes, today I'm the only one because Yassine is taking some days off before next week and before, yes, kicking off this project.
Okay.
Any questions, Krishi? Any remarks? Any topics you'd like to discuss? Feel free.
I wanted to know when will we have our first meet?
Okay, so the kickoff date is set up on the March 3rd. So I think Yassine will come back to you very quickly to get your availabilities for I think it's next Tuesday or next Wednesday. Let me check. So Yassine, yes, will come back very quickly to you to set up a kickoff meeting. But yeah, be ready.
Okay.
Okay. So I think we spent half the hour on this introduction, just saying hello to everybody and talking about LFX mentorship. Now we can open up the discussion and tell me anything you'd like to ask us, anything you'd like to discuss about Microcks. It's a community meeting, it's really free, so yeah, feel free to interact and to ask your questions. Or if you don't have any specific question, we can just have also a review of the backlog, talking about the next coming features if you want. Let me know.
I think the next coming that will be fine.
Okay. So maybe what I can do, and by the way, as soon as you ask as you have any question coming in your mind, feel free to interrupt, really. So maybe you can just have a look at the backlog. So we are actually working on the release 1.11.1. That is due to the end of the week, but it will not be at the end of the week. It will be shipped probably next week because I have a few things to finish. And there are a lot of, not a lot, but some really important and interesting stuff that have been shipped in this release. For example, this one is really interesting. Turn the async minion into a native component. So I don't know if you have already have a look at the Microcks architecture, but we have a specific component that is dedicated to asynchronous protocols mocking and testing. It is called the async minion. And typically what we've done on this component is that we enabled what is called the native compilation feature on Java. So we now no longer have a traditional Java application, but we now have a single platform architecture specific binary that is able to start up much, much faster. And so typically the previous startup time of the async minion was something like 1 to 2 seconds. And we are now able to start the async minion in less than 200 milliseconds. So that's a huge gap, and that's a huge, huge bump in terms of bootstrap time. And this will, I think, really help enhancing the developer experience when you are using Microcks embedded into your unit test, because instead of waiting 2 seconds for having the minion pop up, you'll now have to wait just for 200 milliseconds or whatever. So it can be really a game changer if you are running and launching a lot of tests during your internal development loop. So that was one of the really nice improvement, and this one you can see by the number of the issue is really old. We had this in the backlog for a very long time, so I'm really happy it is now available. In the same theme, we also enabled something that is called the ahead of time compilation for the main component, that is the Microcks component, using a specific distribution that is the Microcks Uber distribution. And this also allows us to reduce the startup time of the Microcks container. So it reduced the startup time from something like 3 seconds to 2 seconds and 100 or 200 milliseconds. So something like, yes, 25 to 30% speed up of the startup time. So here again could be a nice improvement when you are using Microcks embedded into your unit test. So these are two very important improvements. And maybe a third one that is also really nice is this one that was contributed by Harsh. Here, Harsh. For this next release, the 1.11.1, we'll switch our implementation of JSON schema validation. So maybe you know and you have read that Microcks is able to do contract testing. That means that it is able to validate the different messages of your API interaction using a JSON schema. And for that, we were relying on a library. that was doing JSON schema validation for us, or at least a part of JSON schema validation. And so we are now switching from the Java JSON tools that was no longer maintained and that was not fully compliant with the latest version of the JSON schema draft. And we are switching to the network NT JSON schema validation implementation. And also the very nice side effect of this is that now JSON schema validation are now something like twice as fast as before. So imagine you're doing some contract testing on a streaming API that is using, for example, Kafka. Even if you have a very short test period, something like 5 seconds, you could receive a very huge amount of messages in 5 seconds. And so thanks to this new library implementation, we no longer have issues about taking too much time to validate the messages. We're now able to validate everything on the fly and much, much more efficiently than before. So that's really cool that we are now able also to speed up the time of the JSON validation with Microcks.
I think the more work is on the optimization right now.
Yeah, this release was a lot about optimization. Most of the time, we are using, let's say, minor release, for example, the 1.11.0, to put up new versions of our dependencies or of our frameworks. For example, in 1.11, we upgraded to Java 21, we upgraded to the latest version of Spring Boot, the latest version of Quarkus, and so on. So during this time, there is a lot of work and a lot of focus on non-regression, being able to have at least the same behavior and the same performance as we had before. But then in the following release, so here the 1.11.1, most of the time we use this patch release to have a much more deep focus on optimization, performance tuning, and this kind of stuff. So that's where we step by step try to improve stuff regarding performance and optimization of Microcks. That's the way we do things at the moment. So that's why this one is not much more oriented towards new feature, but much more towards optimization. But that said, in this 1.11.1, and specifically because in the feature I will release tomorrow or early next week, we'll also have some stuff around AI, because so some stuff around new features. So you may know that we are embedding some kind of AI, not some kind, we are embedding AI and LLM interactions within Microcks. So if you don't have any examples, or if you don't have enough examples into your spec, when you put your spec into Microcks, you have this ability to enhance your specifications with new samples that are generated by your LLM. And so we have these features for 2 releases right now. And this release, the 1.11.1, is also the opportunity to optimize some new stuff. So enhance our capabilities in analysis, the response coming from LLM, but also providing much more management feature around the samples that have been generated by AI. Okay, maybe you want to have a demonstration this part. I think I have something running right here. Yes. So can you see the
Yeah.
Microcks UI on my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So typically, if you have this famous API about pastries, you can see that here in this operation, I have here this sample macaron that was actually generated by a LLM that is connected to Microcks. Previously, we were just able to generate in one shot, and you will not be able to remove, to refine, to manage the samples much more. So what I'm currently working on is typically now you have this new button and you can see all the different samples that have been generated by the AI. Here we just have one because this is a test. You can just select, deselect everything and try to clean up, to remove the one that actually are not correct or are no longer correct because maybe you have changed the design of the API and this sample is no longer no longer valid regarding the spec. So now you can clean up things. And so you just have here 3 samples. The macaron one has disappeared. And obviously, if you want to ask the LLM to generate more samples, you can do so. And you can say that, yes, okay, this one sounds nice. I want also to have a croissant. And I want also to have an eclair. Okay. So I can just add them, have them appear here. So I have grow the number of samples. I have a much more rich data set of samples. This one have been generated from the AI Copilot, and you can say that, hey, finally, I don't want the Eclair one because Eclair Cafe is already existing. So I can just ask here, remove just Eclair, and everything has been deleted, and that's not the expected behavior. I expected just Eclair to have been removed, but this is still a work in progress. So, but you can see those new features will be embedded into next release next week. So this is the tuning and the latest tuning I'm doing on this part at the moment. Yeah, still some work to do. And the other part also that is very important of this is that as of today, when the samples are generated by Microcks, when you can say here, yes, generate me new samples. Check to generate me new samples. Keep croissant. And I don't want the other one. Okay. The samples are just stored within the database, and you have no ability to easily extract them and put them in a new artifact and share them with your teammates or colleagues or whatever. So I am also working on this ability to be able to export those samples generated via the LLM, so that you will be able to put this into a Git repository, to put this into control in the version control system, and also to share them with your teammates much more easily. So AI is still a bit brand new in Microcks, but we doing more stuff with this. And so to be finished in a few days and to be released next week, hopefully. And I think that's it for the backlog review. Still have a bunch of issues, but much more yes, support stuff but also yes, outstanding issues. Recently we had people who also asked for supporting, for example, the Pulsar protocol in Microcks. So this is very important one and very interesting one with some people who voted for this feature, but yeah, still waiting to have much more, let's say, human power to be able to develop this and to add this into the core. I think that's it. Any comments? Any questions, guys? No?
Hello. Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I am in dog project, so I can still contribute to other repo, right? Yeah, like if any interesting issue I can find them.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, okay.
Sure. Really, we really welcome any goodwill would like to contribute your project, if you're a mentee, whatever your yeah. Feel free. This is a very 100% pure open source project, and we very welcome each and every contribution. So pick up one of your choice if something is of interest for you, if you want to, yes, to discover Pulsar, if you want also to learn on Java backend development, if you have a specific need or whatever, yeah. Jump right in, comment on an issue, start a new issue if you have a new brand ID. So it's really up to you, and we're really very open to this.
Yeah.
Okay. Mohamed, as a newcomer, maybe do you have some questions, comments, whatever?
Yeah, everything clear. Thank you. I will just explore more the Microcks repositories, and I'm not sure how to start contributing. Should I look for issues and sign myself, or how?
So yes, looking for issues is the best way. But I would say that sometimes we don't have necessarily the time to put all we have in head into issues. So feel free also to ask questions on Discord if you have the idea, or if you are wondering if we already think about this or that feature. Feel free to also join the Discord server and to start a discussion there. We don't assign specifically issues to people, specifically when you are first contributors. Assignation is much more about when you are a maintainer of an identified maintainer of a repository. But yeah, just say hi on an issue, say, I'd like to work on this. So if some other people also work on those topic, you can work together, or you can at least try to, yes, to share and to think together about how to solve an issue. But yeah, really appreciate if you jump right in and propose your help.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just to complement that, I think the Discord server it's a pretty good place to have conversations, and mainly for people that it's getting started, because you will get more direct feedback that rather the GitHub issues and threads. After that, yeah, certainly it will be easier just to go over those, but the Discord server is a good place to start and have the conversation. Reach out to Laurent or Yassine, and they will certainly help you out and guide you on any questions that you might have.
Yeah. And we will not necessarily be the only one. There is also a lot of people who start also to answer some of the questions. So that's really cool to see this community growing and helping each other. Okay. Any other final words? Maybe Hugo, you had some specific expectations when connecting today. Specific question, topic, whatever.
Yeah, no, not now. I'm still catching up with the backlog of the year, so I think I'm gonna skip this time and then try to bring something interesting for the next session. Yeah,
Okay,
sorry
cool.
about that.
No problem. No problem. That's also the purpose of the community meeting, just staying up to date with what's new in the community. I think next session, next community meeting, we can obviously we will have an update on the bootstrap of the LFX mentorship program project. But I will also be able to give you a word on what we are doing. I'm with another CNCF project that is called Dapper, dapr.io. Because I've worked with the people from Dapper to build a joint demonstration on how to use Microcks with Dapper to ease the life of developer that is, yes, building a complex distributed application. And so we also contributed some enhancement to the Dapper Java SDK, typically. So we have, yes, I think we have started to have a nice integration with Dapper SDK, and Dapper plus Microcks will be yeah, very, very nice thing. And I think it could be a really nice combo when you're developing distributed application. So maybe talking about Dapper in next session. We'll see. Okay. So I think it's time to conclude. Let me just, I'm not sharing my screen anymore. No, still sharing. Stop the sharing. Okay. Okay. So yeah.
Laurent, maybe we
Yeah.
can just mention for the people joining today that this is the North America time zone for the meeting, that is friendly for the audience in North America or the Americas. And next meeting is the one that is more friendly for APAC and EMEA, so basically Asia
Yeah.
and Europe, Africa. So I know a lot of you are connecting on a very, very late night on your
Yeah,
time
thank you.
zone. So we
Yes.
really thank you and appreciate that you're doing it. Next community meeting is going to be on a more friendly time zone for you. So thank you everyone that was able to connect. I know it's late. Next meeting is going to be more friendly. But just to be, reminding people that there's two different time zones for the meetings. So we alternate every meeting one and another. So yeah, just to mention that.
Yeah.
Don't think the only time that we have. We also have more friendly schedules for the other meetings. So yeah, just to remind people about that.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Hugo. Excellent point. So yeah, we have this meeting every 2 weeks, and yes, we alternate between yes, the different time zones. So next time it will be easier for you. And thanks a lot for staying late. Okay, so yeah, that's it, I think. Thanks to all of you for joining today. I'm really looking forward to working together as mentees, but also as a contributor, even outside of the mentorship program. And maybe it will be for the next time. I hope so. And yeah, stay tuned because I think starting next week, once we kick off the project, you will see a lot of different issues that pop out in different repository, and definitely a good time to join and to contribute to our project. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you and have a nice day. Talk to you soon. Bye bye. Bye bye, friends.